All right, I'm doing this because people are having trouble with the plunger, and they say they keep pumping, it don't work. If you haven't filled it up with no fluid or nothing, when you first put it together, if it's new, it's gonna take about 30, 40 times to pump it to get it pretty good. If you got fluid in there, it's gonna take about 7 pumps to pump it, and it'll be full. Sometimes the seal right here, it don't seal right. If you got to make sure you put it in there flat. So you got this little hole that comes in here, and sometimes it knocks it over, and you're going crooked a little bit, it'll be a little bit cockeyed, and the air comes out, and you think you're flat, and it's not working. But you want to like wet the little seal right here, wet the seal when you put it inside the plunger, and then you pump it. But anyway, before all that, if you do want to check it because you think you're having trouble with it no matter what, just unscrew it, pull it out. And what you're going to do with the plunger, you can push like this. Of course, make sure to clean it. If it's dirty or it's got you've been using it, you got chemicals and stuff in there, use some gloves. Do not get your hands with chemicals and stuff in there. This is clean. That's why I got gloves right here, but it's clean. Mine's already clean. Anyway, if you want to test it to see if it's working right, pumping air right, go ahead and pull it out of there. Right here in the end, there's a little check valve. If you hold that check valve in like that, and you push this, you'll see that it don't want to go in. It won't go in unless you let that go. See that? That means that pumping air is working. If you can hold that little check valve right there, the little check valve, just hold it down. Hold it in, push. See right there, if it's going down because I'm not holding it right. Sometimes it's kind of hard to seal it. Like if you can put it right there against your thumb, see it on. You can't even push in no more until you let that bottom part go. So right there, you can even hear the air pumping air in there. See, they don't let there it goes down. Now hold it. There's pressure, and then it goes down. See that? Okay, so you know pumping air in there. So now you want to know the check valve working. Are you pumping air and bringing it back in and not really putting it in there because it's coming in and out with it? The way to find that out, get a bucket of water. Since you know this part's already working because you hold it and it won't go down unless you let that go. See that? You know it's pumping air in there. Now you want to know if it's dragging in and out with the water and coming in with it. See if this is working. To do that, just get yourself a bucket of water. Put some water in there. Get the valve. Put it in the water, just pump. You'll see it pumping bubbles. It'll be pumping bubbles in there. That means it's working. Okay, when you pull up like that, bring it out and push down. Pull up while you're underwater, bring it up, push down. If you don't see it shoot a lot of water out, this thing is working 100%. The valve, the check valve working. So if you're not getting pressure in there, you're using that sealing right with the O-ring. You can buy these O-ring. This is the multipurpose sprayer Eliminator for the 1 gallon. But there's some that are very expensive out there, man, and you're better off just buying the O-ring set, the gaskets, if they're all messed up in there, and they're easy to replace. If this is working, like I said, put it in there, pump. It's blowing bubbles. It's working. If you pull up like that, and pull up, and nothing's happening, it don't shoot no water out. It's working, and that means it's pumping the air and leaving there, and then it's not dragging it back in there with it. If it was, well, then I'll pull that check valve down a little bit, and I'll let it suck up the water, so you can see what I'm talking about. You be pumping like that, and then when you pull it up, you shoot water out, because this wouldn't be working. So it'll bring it up. See that? They shoot water out. That means it will not be working, but it's working. So right now, if you pump it, bring it up, goes up, it's not shooting water everywhere because it's working. So you know this is working now. Remember, this kind of wet this and wet the rim on there too. Put it on there. Make sure you seal it all the way tight. Make sure
Here's the release valve. See how it's
release
flat?
valve
It's
is,
flush against there.
Not up, because
When you
if it's
twist
up,
it,
it's leaking
watch
the
how
air
it goes
out.
up.
So you
When
gotta
it goes
click
up like
here,
that, and you got that
go
gap.
down, and then you can pump in there.
Here, a little
Put the
gap
air.
there,
Like
see?
I said, empty right
You got
now.
that gap.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That
5,
means
6, 7,
the
8,
release
9,
is on.
10, 11,
The air is
12,
gonna come out, so you can be pumping like crazy, and then not building up some air pressure. You got the release on. Make sure this is
1, 2, 3, 4,
down.
5,
See,
6,
flat.
7, right around there. You know, it's a lot. So this one's working, see. Okay. Now if I had fluid in there, pull, and I just put it in there, I'm gonna release it like this instead of check out. Okay, if I have fluid in there full, the fluid was full, it only takes like 7 pumps. Let me put fluid in there. Okay, now I got it at the 1 gallon mark. Now when I put it in there, remember I pumped it like crazy earlier. That was empty, because in case if people like, I've had some people say that it ain't working, getting pressure. So in case they're testing it and they just put it in there, so they realize that it makes a big difference. When you put it in there at first without any fluid in there, it's gonna take like 33, 40 times to pump it to get full pressure, and you're gonna see the big difference. Right now I'm putting this in there, and it's filled with fluid. It was filled with a gallon. So now it's only gonna take like 7 pumps or so. So let's see, it's empty there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Took 9, 10. There you go. And see, that's pretty strong. There we go. See that? So it's working now. So if it's new, you're putting it together and you're pumping like crazy and you don't got no fluid in there, you're gonna pump like crazy because there's nothing in there. It's a big difference. Now it's got fluid in there, see? So now it only took like 7 times to pump it, so it's working. All right, if you're getting a this is all water in here. That's why I'm just not worried about releasing and get splashed right now. If you're pumping and everything, and it's spraying, but you're getting like water and air mixed together, you more likely probably got a hole in this hose that comes from here. This hose that comes in there, you could have like, if it's like old and everything, it'd probably be cracked in here. You have a hole, so you're picking up water in there at the same time, so you're gonna get spitting out water in there. And sometimes this whole little thing might come off. This little tube might come off, fall off in there. So you're pumping, and in fact, let's see what it looks like without this. So you can get some air in there. Okay, say this tube fell off in there, this is what you're gonna get. It's throwing out like this, that's the water that was already in there, okay. Okay, now if the tube fell in there, you're just gonna get air. That's it. And you're gonna be like, it's not working, it's not working. See? Then what you would have to do was just fish that tube out of there. Once you fish that tube out of there, get it, and then put it back in here where it goes. So if you got one that's just cracked, but it's still attached to this, that one's gonna be having you spit out water and fluid together all mixed, and you're gonna be wondering what's going on and it don't work. But you'd have to just get a new tube or cut it, pick it up, and then of course it wouldn't pick it up all, you know, suck up all the bottom because it'd be a shorter tube after that. But you get another tube the right size, you can put that in there. There's also got the O-ring. Make sure this goes flat all the way down when you put it in there to get a good feel. And then this is already working, so you know if everything working. Then to release valve here, you turn this and it pops up and it lets out the air that you put in there. You hear it come out. And then you start over again, pump it up, put what you got to put in there. So you know all this is working, should be working. Okay, now we're coming back to this. If this was messed up, say if you hold this down and you got this completely shut, this right here, there's some little holes here. That's what this is blocking when it goes. The check valve is blocking all these little holes right here when you put it together. When you pump, when you hold it down like that, and that's what blocks all the little holes. So when you go like that, there's another little gasket inside here, and if that gasket is messed up, even if you hold this check valve down, if you can hold this down and it's still pumping like this, that means that gasket in there is messed up or something broken in there, and that's easy to get to. That right here, there's two little notches here, one on this side, one on this side. You got to replace the gaskets on it, or see if the gasket fell off in there. You just got to put it in there. You get a flathead screwdriver on this one. There's other ones that are different, where you just kind of like snap them down, and then you can take one apart and do the gasket. Okay, you got the gasket right here on the outside, the O-ring. Anyway, to take this apart, you're gonna push this right there. Push in, push up a little bit. Go to the other side, same thing. Push in, push up a little bit, and it comes out. After you do that, you can pull it out. See? All right, the little gaskets right here, what I was telling you right here. This little gasket, sometimes, you know, if it's older or something, or maybe in the factory it fell off something, nobody knew and they put it together. Maybe your gasket is stuck in there, and then you could be in there pumping away, and even with your check valve, it ain't gonna make a difference because I'll put it back here just to show you. Okay, without the gasket, even if you hold the check valve down, see that? You ain't gonna get no bubbles in the water or nothing. There's nothing there because, and you'll definitely know the gasket's off. You don't even, it's like, look, it just falls right out. There's no gasket in there. And anyway, if the gasket did fall off in there, just open this up. Either that or you got a ripped gasket and you just got to replace them by a new gasket. So when you pull it out, if the gasket ain't on there, you're going to have to fish it out with a screwdriver or hook or something. Get the gasket, put it back on there. Once you put the gasket back on there, lube it up, get some lube. And you want silicone lube because you don't want regular grease because it'll mess up it'll eat up the gasket within about 6 months or so. So if you want to use silicone grease, and just cake it on there real good, man. That's going to give it a good seal. Put it on, try to get as much as you can on the inside. Get it, work it around in there, the grease. Line up the slots and everything, how they got to go. Snap it back in there and you're back in business. Same thing with the check valve. Grease up your check valve. Just grease the whole thing up like that, man. Put it on there, put it back on there. And you're good to go. Use gloves. If if it's got chemical stuff, use gloves. You can tell the difference now. You see earlier I was doing it, it ain't popping out now. Yeah, wait. Now you can't do like it was doing earlier. Now it's back to glowing bubbles. See that? Because the gasket's in there. So it's very easy to take apart and see if it's messed up. Just pull off the push in with a flathead right there on one side, and then the other side, and it'll pop right out. Better do it again and show you. Push in, push up, push in, push up. Comes right out. And then you can take a look at your gasket, see if it's broken, messed up, whatever, and put a new one. But you'll know if this is messed up if you just right there, line it up, put it back in there, we're good to go. You'll know exactly if it's messed up when you first try it. If you, like I said at the beginning of the video, take it out, hold the check valve down. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's easy to check right away to know if it's this or not, and you don't have to be messing with it, taking it apart, trying to fix it and everything. But that's it. Again, like you feel like you're having trouble with like letting too much air through or something or whatever, just go ahead and maintenance it. Pull it open, grease it all up with the silicone grease, and then put it back together. But like I said, if you can hold this down and you can't push in, I mean you might be able to push in a little bit if you're not holding it right, but you'll know, because if you go like that and it's holding down, the check valve is working. So yes, it's pumping air. You see that? So that's working. And then to find out whether this part is working and not letting the water come back in, and just like I said, put in a bucket of water, pull up, bring it up, go like that. If they don't shoot out water, it's working. It's just shooting out air, and then the mist of the water going around it. But like I said, if it wasn't working, it would suck up. If it wasn't working, it would suck up the water and spit it out. See that? See that? I'm holding the check valve down to act like it wasn't working. And see, it'll shoot that water out. See that? But since the check valve is working, see, you're not getting that water. It's not picking up water and throwing it out. See, so it's working. But like I said, it's easy to maintenance. Make sure your O-ring up here is all the way up there where it belongs. And then make sure you go in there flat, like I said, screw it in there. And it's good to go right there. Bring it in so you get the mist spray. Turn it out so you get the stream. So there we go, good to go. I'll put a clip on where I worked on this. Of course, I might look different because I cut my hair before I posted it. Was good because I wanted to do this part anyway. Mine was leaking here, and some people have trouble with this. Where, like I was having trouble with this, just getting stuck, and it would stay on by itself like that, and I'd be like, okay. I even pulled this up, and it will still be running by itself. But after I cleaned it up, put that silicone grease in there, it turned right off by itself now. But I'll put that clip right up there so you can see what I'm talking about. In case y'all having trouble, y'all can work on that too. Alright, this is the piece I'm having trouble with. It's a little bit messed up, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this off. There's going to be a spring in there. Get that little spring out of there. Just put it to the side or something right there. Use a screwdriver, pop this. You don't want to break it, be careful not to break it. You're going to have to pop that off no matter what to work on it. There it is. You see, mine's all dirty, full of dirt and everything. I'm just going to dip it in that water. And it's probably completely, that's probably why it's clogged up. It's full of dirt and everything, so it's not letting anything work right. Because then you want to push through. You're supposed to be able to push it through and it comes up to the bottom, see? Yeah, that sucker's hard, man. That's why it's staying on. It's completely dirty in there. I mean, just to get it out, I'm having trouble. I'm supposed to be able to push it right through and clean it all up. Let me try it right there. There it is. We got it. So we got just cleaned that up. Yeah, it's all like sticky crud, like. It's all like sticky crud, like something wrong with it. I mean, like there's a. Okay, what I did was get some little bit of Dawn soap, because that thing's like completely. It's all like real hard crud in there. I don't know what. I got a little bucket of water over here if y'all wonder what I'm doing. I'm cleaning it out. I will stick this in there. Just clean that out real good. If you got like a little brush or something, you might be able to clean that out real good too. I'm gonna put this back on there and see if
Yeah, the gaskets are good on there. They're just kind of cruddy. I mean, it's like real sticky stuff in there for some reason. So hold on. Alright, what I did, I got me a Q-tips to clean the inside of that real good. Just make sure to clean every hole real good. Yeah, it's dirty. See, there's something like weird in there that's making it all. I don't know how that got in there, but we'll clean it out. Put in the water. Shake it up, man. Whoa. Oh, definitely don't want to lose that. So we got everything wet, clean that too. Yeah, you see the black stuff? It was like, let's see, clean it with this clean part again. See if I get more black stuff out of there. Yeah, I don't know what was on here, but I mean, you can go a lot faster than this. I'm just making the video to show you, so it's taking a little bit longer. Dry it up. Yeah, this was mine. Uh-oh. That's not a good idea. Now I gotta fish that out. Let's see if we can make this how to fish for a piece you dropped in there you weren't supposed to. Alright, I think I got it. Oh, I got it. Yeah, thank you for the grabber. The grabber got it. Man, I thought it was gone. Anyway, thank you for your patience and holding on for me to fish for a little bit. I got it all cleaned up. Once you get this out, see the sticker part, this goes this is gonna go inside like this. And you'll know because you gotta have the spring that goes in there like that. See, it's only gonna fit one way, so the spring won't go on here, so you won't be able to put it the wrong way if you look at the spring. But you want to put, after you get it all cleaned out, I'm afraid that hole. After you get it all cleaned out, go ahead and get some silicone. Put silicone on there, because you need silicone on here. That's why it goes up and down. Now when it'll be able to glide in there easy. Put it back in there. Oh wow, it went in so easy this time. Look at that. It wouldn't do that before. I mean, I had to push real hard with a screwdriver just to get it in there. Now that I got it in there, if you want, you can try to sneak some silicone way down there in that gasket or pull that gasket out. I ain't gonna bother taking the gasket out because that gasket's good. Just put it back on there. Screw it back on. You're good to go right there. Once you got that put on there, you got it on there pretty good like that, see? Pretty good. Now you're gonna put this back on there. Remember, it's gonna be facing towards the back. If you put it on backward like that, it ain't gonna work either way because you'll be off like that. I know that guy did that wrong by accident while I was making the video and I had to refix it. Anyway, I had to redo it. Take this back off to put it back on the right way. Anyway, come on here the right way. Just put it right there where that nub is. Put pressure on it, push it down over like that, it'll clip onto the next one, to the other side. Oh my god, you see how fast that comes up? It wasn't coming up that fast before. Now I can screw this back on there. Look how that works now. Even earlier, in part of the video, if you go back to the video, you'll see even after I cleaned it, and I try to put a little bit of silicone grease on there that I had with barely anything that I had pulled off that plunger, from the plunger, and I would let go and it would still kind of slowly, but it would shut off by itself, where before I worked on it, it would just stay on the whole time. Now look, it'll just like shut off completely right away because I put the silicone grease in there. Now it works like new. It's good to go. Wow. Remember that if you're spraying, you want to keep spraying, push down, push forward. And they'll lock it, it'll hold it down, see? And then to release it, just push back. And you see it came back up. Push down, push it forward, and it locks in place, it's holding it down. Push back, it'll release it. But I'm surprised it works that good. Oh wow. Now it's working like new.
But look, I'm not leaking no more. No, this was leaking when I first came to make this video to show you if y'all having a problem with the cylinder, with the plunger itself. So I figured I'd show you more stuff. Now you got this where you can push down, push forward. Now I'll automatically lock it in and I'll hold it for you the whole time in case you're doing like a long job. See that? And then just push it back down to release it, and it comes off. See? Push forward, push down, push forward to hold it for you. Push this back, and they'll release it for you. That should really fix your problems. I mean, if you're clogged up right here, just pull this off. There's like there's like little things right here. You can pull this off. If you think this is clogged up, pull this off. Try this. If it's working like this, it's already running out of water. It's already out of water. But if it's working like this, when you pull that off, but it's not coming out through here, that means this is clogged up. Just pull this part off right here. Pull it off. If you got any like little gaskets or things, just pull them off. Get your water hose, run your water hose through here. Just run your water hose through here, and it should like, if you can get that flow right now, just put it in the bucket of water right here to show you. But if you go like that, and that flow comes out, that means this is clear, it's working. I mean, I don't want to tell you to blow your mouth in it because I don't need you to, you have chemicals in there and then mess yourselves up like that. Make sure this is open. I mean, this is not clogged up in there. You look on both sides. There's nothing wrong with it, nothing wrong with it. Put it back in. Put it back in. That's Dawn soap in case y'all wondering. Don't think it's chemicals on me. Well, soap is chemicals too, but you know what I mean. Alright, and then that's basically it. And then you know it's working. So everything there is working. I mean, I had so many people complain that they say that they're not getting the seal right, and I make these YouTube videos just to help people out, man. And you know, I get some people get mad sometimes. Well, you didn't do this and that, and I think I don't get paid for this. I mean, I get paid if y'all watch my videos, and that's what the ads are for. All these YouTube videos y'all watch, when these ads pop up, that's what they're doing. They're getting paid to make videos. So if you make your own videos, and you got at least 1,000 subscribers, you start getting paid too. You gotta have 1,000 subscribers and so many views, and then you start getting paid for YouTube videos. So yes, I'm making YouTube videos. So if I got any ideas or anything, I have to make a better YouTube video. But I made like 2 videos on this trying to explain how to do this. So I figured I'd do a whole breakdown on how to check this. I hope I did let it all out. We know everything's working already. And some people are having trouble. They think the plunger is messed up or this ain't sealing right. If it's not sealing right, either your gasket's messed up or you got it screwed in clockwise, crooked, and it's not getting a good seal. Make sure you're in straight, completely square when you go in, because it's gonna want to tip. See, right there wants to tip because you're hitting that little thing that's in there. So it wants to tip. So you gotta make sure you get it in there straight and screw it in there. Later. For the person out there, I said I'd make this video. Sorry it took so long, man. But peace out.